Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, back from Dubai. OD, how are you, mate?
Back from Dubai, come on, it's only one way I can be. Good, happy, feeling a bit refreshed. Dubai, it was amazing. A bit too hot, but nevertheless, I had a great time out there.
How many times is it now? Because I know you love that place.
Oh, I've been to Dubai a hell of a lot of times. I go there probably twice a year. I'm getting residency there. I've decided I'll be moving there. Obviously, I'm still here because I've got my coach here, but I'm going to be making Dubai a second home for myself.
Obviously, you went out there with Harley, it didn't go his way, but good learning for him and a great experience for the whole team.
Yeah, Harley's got, it was a good experience. Now he just needs to sit back, look at the mistakes that he's made, and he's got to fix up on those mistakes. Because it's a fight I believe that he can win. He can win. He's just got to keep his mind in the right place, stay in the gym, and work hard on next camp.
Obviously, you was in Dubai, but the other side of the world, it was all popping off in the 140-pound division. 120 days. But first of all, Rolly Barroso, what did you make of that stoppage?
The worst, it's the worst I've seen in boxing history, and I've been around boxing for a hell of a long time, and that's the worst I've seen. It usually happens on the small horse scene where there's not too many eyes on it, there's not too many people seeing a fight, so they don't care about it. This one happened on a big stage, on a world title fight, everyone watching it, and they just outright robbed him plainly in front of everyone's face. Like, mate, we're taking the shit from you. There's no way you're going to come to our country and be our fighter on our promotion. Fuck out of here. That's basically what they done to him.
Does that make you worried about when you step in there?
Nah, they ain't going to do that shit to me. They ain't going to do that shit to me, mate.
How can you be certain, though, that they don't do it to you if they've just done it to Ismael Barroso?
Because I'm wild as fuck. I will speak, and, I will say things that they don't like. I will do things that they don't like. If they try to rob me, it'll be the end of it. It will be the end of them. Everyone that's involved in it, I will take down the whole system if they try to rob me. So they know when I come, you better play fair because I'll take down the whole system. Everyone's gone down. If I go up, everyone's gone down.
We know it is 120 days until that fight between you and Rolly, but is there any concern from your end that the WBA will call for a rematch between Rolly and Barroso?
That is a concern for me. I believe that they might possibly call the rematch, but then again, they wrote on, I've got the file. It's been signed by them. They signed it. They said the winner fights against Ohara Davies within 120 days. They didn't say if they get robbed or in certain circumstances there might be a rematch. They didn't write that. So they need to abide by what they wrote. And if they don't, I'm expecting compensation of some sort. And when I say some sort, I'm talking about financially. So, let's see.
Big step aside money for Ohara then?
I'm not stepping aside if he wants to fight against Ryan Garcia or any of those cunts there. But, mate, Ismael Barroso deserves that rematch. So he's the only person that I'll be happy to step aside for because I believe that he's been wronged and he needs a chance to vindicate himself, if that's the right word anyway. But if he wants to fight Ryan Garcia or one of those guys, mate, I ain't stepping aside. Don't matter how much money that they offer me, I ain't stepping aside for that shit.
Could there be a deal put in place where Barroso would fight the winner of yourself? Would you be happy to sign up to that?
Oh, I wouldn't mind that. Fucking hell, 2 easy wins, hell the fuck yeah. 2 easy paydays. Give me, man, I'll take that 100%.
After the fight then, obviously Rolly knows that he has to fight you. Why do you think that he was still calling out the likes of Ryan Garcia?
Because he's scared. He's scared. He knows what I've done to him in sparring. I hit him with a left shot downstairs to the body, same shot that I've got written with. I remember it was in Vegas. Me, Junior was there, Tunde was there, Anthony Yard was there. I think it was just us four that went up there to his gym in front of everyone. And mate, I put it on him. But anyway, he wants to fight Ryan Garcia because Ryan Garcia is a bigger name than me at this present time. He'll probably get more money to fight against Ryan Garcia. Whether he fights against Ryan Garcia or me, he's going to get beat. So he's thinking, I would rather get beat against a more known fighter for bigger money, they're getting beat by Ohara Davies, which I can understand. But it's not what's going to happen because it's not what the WBA have ordered. The WBA have said that I'm next, and that's the way it's going to go.
Where do you believe this fight will take place?
I don't know. It possibly goes to purse bids, and depends on who wins the purse bids. I hope the fight happens here. You know, in England, I would love to fight for the world title in England at the O2 arena. That would be my dream. But mate, it don't matter where the fight happens. I'll win that shit and get the homecoming fight in London.
Just on Ryan Garcia then, are you looking at them sort of names and thinking, look, Rolly's is my key to stardom and to the mega fights?
To be honest, one thing I've learned is to never look ahead, is to never look too far ahead. I'm not looking past his next fight. Before I fought Lewis Ritson, everyone was like, as a final win, like, oh, you win this fight, you get the world title. You win this fight, you get the world title. I'm like, mate, I don't give a fuck about nothing. If I don't win this fight, I'm back at square one. My career's almost basically done. So, you know, I couldn't focus on anything else apart from that fight. And this fight, I can't look at. I can't look at Ryan Garcia, Tank, all these guys. I can't look at anyone else because if I don't win this fight, there's nothing. I'm done.
Last time I spoke to you, you said, look, I'll put my name in there for Jack Catterall. He's now fighting Dara Foley. What do you make of that fight?
Mate, Foley's a bum, mate. Foley's a bum. Come on, man. It's just an easy tune-up fight for him. You know, when you just signed to match him, so they want to Catterall. So they give him some bum. That's got a half-decent record against bums, and he'll probably get him out of there round 3, round 4, and Brian Carroll's back on his seat. Like, nah, mate. But you know, we understand what Eddie does. Eddie's a salesman. Before Eddie was involved in boxing, I believe that he used to sell cars, and he was good at what he done. Eddie Hearn is a very good salesman. He knows how to talk. Now he sells fighters to the fans, and they buy up all this shit. They buy tickets, and they believe this guy's the next big thing. And you know, he talks a lot of shit, but he's good at what he does. Eddie Hearn, you gotta give it to him.
Last time you said, look, you forgive him and you would work with him. Have you spoke to Eddie Hearn at all since then?
Nah, and I don't know if I forgive him anymore. You know, I'm in two minds every day. You know, at that point I was in a positive, I forgive you mindset. Now it's like, I don't know. Now it's just like, stay out of my way, I stay out of your way.
Fair enough. Another mega fight in your division, obviously, Taylor versus Teofimo. Who do you think takes that one?
So they both haven't looked their best in their last fight. Taylor didn't look the best in his last fight. Lopez hasn't looked great in his past 2 fights or so, but I believe Taylor's got enough to get the win. I want him to win, you know. I don't mind the guy. I want him to win. But you know,
is that another rematch you could look at in the future?
I can't look beyond my next fight. I can't, you know. Eventually, something that I would like to do, but you know, I'm not. It's not even in my mind yet, because if I don't win this next fight, then there ain't nothing. But I think Taylor should win the fight.
Last one. I know you're going to get sparring, tuning up for Rolly, but have you got a message for him? 120 days, he better be ready.
And Rolly Rolando, 120 days, be ready, prick. Because this hand on your chin, motherfucker.
Ohara, thank you very much for speaking to IFL TV, and hopefully seeing that ring for the world title soon, mate.
Thank you.
Cheers, mate.
Because I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day,